Are you looking for real solutions for how to control your anger? If you are, stick around because I'm going to share with you 3 things that I think you need to know if you really want to take control of anger in your life. Hey everyone, I'm Cody Mitz. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and today I'm going to talk about 3 things that everyone needs to know in order to really control your anger. So as a counselor, I work with people day in and day out who are struggling to control the emotion of anger in their life. And there's 3 things that I always tell everyone you really need to know if you want to be able to manage this emotion effectively. The first thing you really need to understand to control your anger is how your arousal system works. So your anger is a very normal emotion. It's a normal part of being human. And the problem that you're having is that you're not able to regulate this emotion in a healthy way. So the very first thing that you have to learn is how your arousal system works and how you can regulate that system in a more helpful, healthy way. So to be able to control your arousal system, you really need to be aware of it. That's the first thing that I always talk about with people, is you need to learn to become aware of when you're getting agitated, when you're getting upset, before you get to the point where you're losing control of your anger. So in order to be able to manage your arousal system, you need to start paying attention to it. Notice the little things, the little cues that start to agitate you, that start to cause this emotion to rise. Because the idea is I want to be able to understand, I want to be able to catch my anger when it's at a lower level. The second thing that you have to understand if you want to control your anger is you need to understand how to calm your body down. One of the most important ways that we feel the emotion of anger is through our body. So when you get angry, your body's going to do something specific. Your muscles start to get tense is pretty common. A lot of people will feel it in their shoulders, you feel it in your face. Sometimes people will clench their jaw, clench your fists. And you really need to understand how to, again, regulate your physical symptoms of anger. So some practical ways to do that are great techniques like mindfulness, meditation, doing things like yoga, all these practices that really train you how to control your body and how to control kind of your physical arousal symptoms. So the third thing you should know if you want to be able to control your anger is how to control your thoughts. The reality is that our thoughts really control how we feel. So if I think about something that makes me happy, like puppies, then I'm gonna feel good. My mood is gonna feel good. And just like we talked about with the second thing, right, is my body is gonna respond a certain way depending on what I think about. So I always tell people the reality of anger is that it's not what happens to you that makes you angry, it's how you think about what happens to you that makes you angry. So this third one is the one that probably is going to take the most time and the most work because our thinking habits, our thinking patterns are very ingrained. It's something that we've developed over years, not necessarily consciously, but it's something that's going to take time and it's going to take some practice to really retrain your brain. So what you want to do is you want to start learning about things like unhelpful thinking styles. And I will share some more of these in future videos, but things like black and white thinking, which is the tendency to think that things are very set, right? Everything's black and white, there's really no gray area. That's a very common thinking pattern that leads to anger. Another one is assuming that I know what somebody's thinking or saying. So before I even get home, I already assume that I know how my partner or spouse is going to respond to something that happened because in my mind I've trained myself to kind of assume that I know how someone's thinking or how someone's going to respond. So take some time, take some practice to really learn about how to change your thinking styles or your thinking patterns is going to make a huge impact on how your anger affects your life. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that you found this information helpful. If you have questions, please leave them down in the comments and I will answer all your questions. And there will be some future videos where I can answer specific things that you'd like to know about anger. And of course, if you like this, please subscribe and you'll get the newest videos as they come out.